Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. And your daddy's rich, and your ma's good looking. So hush, pretty baby, don't you cry. One of these morns, you're gonna rise up singing, and you'll spread your wings, and you'll reach to the sky. Till that morning comes, there is no one to harm you, with Daddy and Mammy standing by. Summertime, summertime. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to our show today. This is the Janice Thompson Show, a SAC production, and it is a show on summer fun. Hopefully you enjoyed my song, Summertime. We have several guests here today, and it's really like an assembly line of guests, and we're going to get started right away. Tell your friends about us, because you can come here and film your own show. The number to call is 372-0035, Janice Thompson. So our first guests are the Altamont Fair representative here, Amy Anderson, and May Ogsbury from Storm Aid, which is a nonprofit that I founded last October to help with fund relief for 4 counties. And I would like to have you girls come over here, please. Have a seat. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Amy, last minute.
Yes.
Yep, but you roasted the occasion. The show must go on, right?
Absolutely.
So tell me about our premier fair event that's going to take place pretty soon.
The Altamont Fair is occurring August 14th through the 19th, and it's a tri-county fair representing Albany, Schenectady, and Greene counties. Tons of things to do and fun to be had at the fair, and Storm Aid will be there raising money for the victims of the floods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were there May last month, June 10th. The fair, Altamont Fair, was really nice enough to lend us the Grove place. Is that what it's called?
It's called the Grove.
The
yes.
Grove, the nicest spot at the fair, I think. And we had a successful fundraiser for Storm Aid, because without the funds we can't continue our good work. And Storm Aid does represent 4 counties, Greene, Schoharie, Schenectady, and Montgomery. So we're going to also be at your fair.
Yes, you are.
We're going to be there every day, faithfully.
Good.
And May will be one of the ones that will be there. We have a great group of volunteers. We're all volunteer, helping our communities. So what else is going on there?
Oh my goodness, there are so many things. There's so many options at the fair. On Wednesday is Senior Day, and all senior citizens get in free until 4 o'clock. And on that day, we've arranged for senior serving agencies to be there. And what that means is Albany County Department for the Aging, Schenectady County, Greene County, all these different agencies are coming in so that we can educate our senior population on the services that are available to them. On Thursday, we are having Armed Services Day, so any military personnel can get in free for the day, and retired personnel can get in free. They're going to have a World War II reenactment radio broadcast, so that'll be fun. We always have the traditional midway activities for the kids, which, you know, everybody has to go around and do the rest of the fair and then take their kids to the midway, or else you'll never see anything but the midway. We've got live entertainment. We have a circus this year. The Hollywood Circus, which is a famous circus, is coming, and they're doing 3 shows a day. So that'll be great fun for the entire family, I think. There's musical entertainment and jugglers, and you know, there's a Vixen Sticks, which is an organization that includes the audience in on the different activities that they do. Sylvia's Trunk, which is an interactive display. There's a lot of interactive things going on at the fair this year. We're also having a science fair for kids. The whole theme of the fair this year is going green. So we're trying to, you know, encourage people to reduce, reuse, and recycle and all that kind of thing. So we opened it up and opened it up to kids to come up with projects on what their interpretation of going green meant. So we've gotten some pretty interesting...
Wow. I didn't hear about the theme. Do they have a theme every year?
They do try to have different themes each year. This time the science fair portion of it is sponsored by County Waste, so they're going to have recycling bins throughout the fair, hoping that not only are we teaching the kids about the recycling, but hopefully fairgoers will also see that, you know, we're really trying to push the recycling.
And good to teach the kids when they're young, right?
Yes.
So that they get in the habit.
In doing the research for this whole thing, I was amazed at California. Their initiative, their green initiative, is huge, and they teach it as early as preschool and kindergarten so that the kids grow up learning all about, you know, the green energy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I know they're teaching it in the schools.
Yeah.
So how old is the fair?
Oh my goodness, the fair started back in 1893. So next year will be our 120th year.
So this year it's 119. May and I talked about that before. Well, this must be 119 then.
That's when it actually officially moved to Altamont. They had something called the Jubilee before that. That was the Tri-County thing. And then they decided that they needed a permanent home. And that's in 1893 is when they moved to Altamont.
Wow. It's the premier fair in the area.
Fair. We like to think so.
Yes, it definitely is, and that's why you're my first guest.
I appreciate that.
And you're an assistant to Marie McMillan, who does a fabulous job there, doesn't she?
She does. We call her the Queen.
Okay.
We do. Yeah. She knows every single detail about everything that's going on at the fair.
Yeah, well, she was a great help to Stormy.
She was.
And it may. What are some of the things we're going to have at the Altamont Fair for Stormy?
We're going to be selling a CD, which is going to be showing, you know, pictures of the flood exactly in the different counties. And we're going to be having anyone that donates $5 will be getting a coupon for Macy's. And there's 2 days that you'll be able to go to Macy's and use this coupon and get 25% off.
And that's including clearance items as well.
Yes.
And those days are the 24th and the 25th. And we're the only Macy's in the country that are offering it for 2 days. So, because of the Travers.
Right, right.
I think they thought of that after. After they published the coupon.
But the $5 that's donated, like I said, will go strictly to
Stormy. That's wonderful. So we hope we do really good with that.
And we're going to be having a clown there for the kids, and there'll be characters, and we'll also have face painting for the children.
Yep, and we'll be there every day, and we hope to meet a lot of people, and hope some of you can come and support the fair. And I'm so glad that both of you helped me out today to come to this show on summer fun. And there's so many people that want to get information out on what's going on in the area. So, is there anything you quickly want to add?
We'll see you at the fair.
We'll see you at the fair.
And be sure to stop at our table.
Exactly. Look for Stormy. Thank you both.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, Julia Reynolds from the Ice Cream Man.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming today.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm trying to remember when I heard about the Ice Cream Man. I was visiting Smith's Orchard Bakery out in Charlton, and I saw your ice cream, and I go, well, that looks interesting. So I took home one of them. I don't know if it was the coconut one.
Oh, the Almond Joy, probably.
Almond Joy, and it was like awesome. And then I must have had it again. I probably bought it 3 times there.
Yeah.
And then I heard about you. I don't know how, but I said, I've got to go out there, even though it's in Greenwich and it's about an hour drive. So I've been there. I was telling different ones. I was there 4 times.
Wow.
In the last month.
Wow.
So I'm a fan.
That's good.
So tell us about your wonderful place there.
Well, we make all our own ice cream. We're always making new and interesting flavors. We just actually are going to be doing a wine festival this weekend in Schuylerville, which is only the next town over, but we just made a Merlot ice cream.
Oh my golly.
And it was excellent. We were really pretty happy on the outcome of that. So we're always looking for new suggestions and you know, different flavors.
Yeah, so what did you bring with you today?
I brought hand melon, which is cantaloupe ice cream, and it is made with the melons from the Hand Melon Farm, which is right across the street from us. The melons are out. They're, you know, he's going to be selling them this week and throughout the month of August. So we like to go get them when they're fresh and cut them up and use them in our ice cream. The other one is Hugh's Chocolate Overload. Mm. And it's a dark chocolate ice cream with a fudge swirl and chocolate chips. So
it's awesome. If you guys like chocolate for our guests here today, you will love this. Yeah, and the other one's a nice compliment. So I asked her if she'd bring the hand melon.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice summer flavor, and it kind of is refreshing almost.
Nice, and I baked a cake.
Oh, awesome.
So we'll have some nice food in a little while.
Oh, good.
And now you're a recent owner?
I've been there 11 years.
Well, that's not recent, is it?
No, I've owned it 11 years. I'm the 3rd owner. And we've added a few things. We've added sandwiches and things like that since I took over.
Your staff is very professional. I was impressed with that.
Well, thank you very much. They're young, but they work well together.
Yeah, and they take it seriously.
Yep.
With a smile.
Well, thank you.
So yeah, so tell people how to get there, because I found a way that's pretty quick, just for those that come through Schenectady out 50. Oh. I take 29 East out of Saratoga and just all the way 29 East.
We're still on we're right on 29, so if you just stay on 29 East like you're heading out toward Vermont, you're going to reach us. We're right next to the Washington County Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to find us.
So it's worth the drive, everybody, and the scenery's lovely. Yes. It's peaceful, and I hope to get there again. You're open all year round, right?
Yes, we're open all year round. We do have shorter hours in the winter, but right now we're open every day from 11 until 9:30. So we're there late.
Rain or shine.
Yep, rain or shine.
Well, I thank you for coming all this way. Is there anything you want to add before we wrap up?
No, just kind of come out and see us, and we're there all year. And you can also find our products even locally right here in Niskayuna.
ShopRite,
at the ShopRite in Niskayuna, or the ShopRite in Albany. You can find our product.
Yes, not as many flavors though as when you drive out there and you see the whole roster of things.
Yeah, we offer 30 plus flavors every day, and they rotate. So every day you come, they may be different.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, great addition to our summer fun show today. So thank you, Julia, for coming all this way and finding it.
You're welcome, and it was a pleasure to be asked. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, Serena, again. You were here a few weeks ago, and I asked you to come back and to talk about summer programs at the library. Serena is the Assistant Director of the Schenectady County Library.
Yes, and lots going on this summer. First of all, I should mention that our big addition, which is all new children's space, is very, very close to being finished and open. Our grand opening is actually Monday, July 30th. at 11 o'clock, and we're inviting kids and everyone who's been waiting very patiently to see this new space to come on over. There will be a little media event, and then the kids will actually rush through a ribbon and enter the children's room for the first time. We've been really busy trying to get it all put together, literally moving every single book from our old space into our new space. So talk about fun. It's really going to be a wonderful, wonderful occasion, and it's been a long time coming, so we're really anxious to let everyone see that great new space. But in the meantime, summer's been going on, and we have all kinds of programming for kids and adults. And I don't know if people know, but we do a calendar every summer, and it's hard to tell here, but every single day has some event for July and August. And all this information is also on our website, but we do code it so people know not only what the event is, but if it's appropriate for preschoolers, for teenagers, for adults, or for families with multi-ages. And we've had everything from Dan the Snake Man, who brought his boa constrictor and all kinds of snakes for kids to see, to craft programs, to Jim Snack, who's a wonderful magician. We've had lots of nature programs, science programs. There's someone who comes called the Dirtmeister, who does science programs for kids. So that's continuing to go on through August. And so are our summer reading programs, and we have those for kids and adults. And the adult one is very fun this year. It's called Between the Covers.
Oh, wow.
So they've planned a lot of programming with all kinds of references to nighttime, or they did one on sleep disorders, a program for adults, and they had someone from Albany Medical Center come and talk about sleep disorders. They have all kinds of book discussions for adults as well as kids. We're doing one on the Hunger Games next week.
Oh, wow.
That we're hoping is multi-generational, because not only have kids read it, but a lot of adults have read it as well. So we're hoping kids will bring their favorite adult who's read the book and maybe see the movie, and we're going to have a discussion about the Hunger Games. So that should be fun. And then we're sort of capping off our summer with a big celebration at the Maybe Farm, the Maybe Farm Historical Site, which is out on Route 5S. And it's for anyone who's participated in any program at the library this summer. It's a way for us to say thank you. And we'll be having all kinds of activities out there, including crafts, a big barn dance, someone coming with their live owls. There's a quilt show out there. We'll be having food vendors. So it's really just a fun family night. It's Wednesday, August 15th from 5:30 to 8:30. And
that'll be in the paper.
It will be in the paper, and you can come anytime during that period, but there will be something going on that whole time.
Wow, that's good to know. And this will be aired in time.
Good.
To
Good,
get that
like
on.
to have a big crowd.
A lot of the information today is time sensitive, so I don't want anybody to worry that it won't get on the air. So
Good.
That's great. You've been working really hard,
Yeah.
I know, right through the summer.
Yes, it's been a very,
You probably
very busy
haven't had
summer.
time to read yourself.
I haven't, although I picked up a book, Cutting for Stone, which has been a very popular book, and they actually did a book discussion on it the other night, but I hadn't finished the book, so I didn't go to the discussion. But yeah, there's been a lot of really great things going on at the library, and we'll be going right through Labor Day with all of our programming, and kids coming
Wonderful.
in for reading programs will certainly be welcome.
Most of the people here, I hope, have been to our wonderful library, but it was just redeveloped, redesigned,
Right.
and it's going to be a great new space, and I'll try to get over there next week.
That would be great.
Yeah,
It's
now
absolutely gorgeous.
Have you read The Hunger Games?
Yes.
Okay, is it worth it to
Oh, yes.
get that?
There's 3 books in the series, and you can't put them down until you've finished the 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
Well, I like to rent DVDs,
Mhm.
and I just rented one that I thought was fabulous, and it was Magnolia,
Okay.
and I had never seen it, and it's from 1999, and a great movie to discuss.
Well, that's a great thing about what you read. You know, you want to talk about it or watch. You want to talk about it with other people, and
Mm-hmm.
our book discussions and film discussions are very, very popular at the library. So again, if people go to our website, www.scpl.org, there's an events page, and everything is listed from babies right on through adults. Something for you to do.
Well, it continues to evolve, doesn't it?
Yes.
And get better and better. It's such a jewel, one of the jewels in Schenectady.
It is.
So I'm really happy that you came over here today in your busy schedule. And
Well, if I wasn't under a deadline, Monday
Yeah.
morning we got to be open, and we're not quite there yet. So I'm still pushing carts of books and trying to get things in the right place. And it's been really fun, actually. And we're so anxious for everyone to see the result.
Well, you played a big part in it, so I want to thank you for what you do for the library and for our community.
Thank
so,
you.
This is our Summer Fun Show, and I'll see
Always
you soon.
summer fun at the library.
It
so
is.
Come on over.
I'll be over there soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we have a wonderful man here that I've known of and had the pleasure to meet years ago, Jim Mastriani from the Glenville Mini Sportplex.
Yes.
And welcome today to talk about
Thank you.
summer fun that's going on at your place.
Yes. Yes. We've been established since 1993, and we have miniature golf there. We have batting cages, bank shot basketball, a little driving range. We bumper cars and a huge go-kart track. And of course the snack bar with good soft ice cream.
Yes.
And hamburgers and hot dogs and things like that.
Now you open it every day of the week?
7 days a week, 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night.
And you're there every day, aren't you?
Every day. Yep.
Boy.
4 hours before, getting there, prepping your property, getting it ready, and then hours after we shut down, clean up and all that.
And pretty much a family affair, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Yeah.
yep, absolutely, yep. My wife Patty and I, we designed a business and property many years ago, and my children Adam and Tiffany, and they all worked there, my son and daughter, for about 10 years straight, and now they're on their own. And my wife and I are still there. It's family owned, and we have a lot of part-time employees and some full-time ones too from high school, excuse me, and from college. Come help us out.
Wow. So after Labor Day, do you reduce your hours a little bit?
Yes, we wind
Yeah.
down. Usually, we always close down usually by October 1st now,
Mm-hmm.
because the people are back to school now, got different ideas and going for rides and things like that. The city leaves change and things like that. So it's time to close down. And we're kind of had enough as it is, beat up, tired,
Yeah,
exhausted.
I'm
A lot
sure.
of drain, a lot of strain on us, but
Yeah.
we're used to it. 18 years in established business. We're doing very well. We've been blessed, so I thank God very much for that. Yes.
Now you're part of a traditional business family here in Schenectady, right?
Yes, yes. I started as a little boy when I was 9 years old at Michael's Shoe Service, Upper Union Street, Schenectady. I worked there 25 years with my grandfather, Michael, and my father, Anthony. And then it was time to move on to something else different, and that's when I decided to buy this property and do something like this, and it worked.
Now, there aren't too many of those shoe services left, are there?
No, it's a dying trade.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, my brother still has a shop, though, Upper Union Street in Schenectady, so.
And he
he's still
just
doing it.
relocated too.
Yes, yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there, so thank God for that.
So great. I'd like to promote Schenectady businesses or any of the surrounding areas. Get the information out to the community.
Yes, oh yes.
And I thought of you.
Thank you.
I drive by there all the time, and I know of your family, and
Yes, true.
I'm
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
with your sister-in-law.
Correct.
And
Oh yeah, yes, yes.
so,
Yes, we do a lot of fundraisers too, so I want to put that out there. If anybody needs a fundraiser, please come to my Sportplex and ask for Jim. We do a lot of corporate things too, big events we do, things like that. We have a lot of children come in too on the buses for, summertime. They come in and they come stay at my place and use it for hours and hours, and we have a good time.
well, that's really nice to know, Jim.
Yes. Yes.
Because May gave you some of our Macy's
Correct,
coupons for Storm Aid, and you said you put some out there, so we
Absolutely.
really
Oh,
appreciate
yeah.
that.
Oh no, absolutely. Whatever I can do to help in the area, I would love to do, and whatever we can do, we really love helping the kids and someone that's sick and things like that. So.
Well, you're a great addition to our community,
Well, thank you. Yep.
and you've been there a
It's
long
been good.
time.
It's been good to me too. So I bless them. So thank God for that. And if you have to check us out on the line on the web there, GlenvilleSportplex.com, and we do a lot of birthday parties there too. A lot of birthday parties
Nice.
for little kids, all young kids and up to people 67 years old have parties there. So we have a nice facility for that too.
Now, you did mention Freeman's Bridge Road, right?
Yes, correct. Yes,
Okay,
yep.
right
Freeman's
over the
Bridge
bridge on the right
Right,
hand
right at the
side.
railroad tracks, that's me. That's right there.
Great. Well,
Freeman's
come
Bridge
and
Road.
visit Jim and tell him you saw him on the SAC production.
Yes, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the invite. Appreciate
You're
it
welcome.
so much.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I know how busy you are. And
Yes,
it was
it's
tough to get away.
Yes, well, that's all right. It's time to get back though, so thank you
Okay.
so much.
Well, we'll see you again,
All right,
Jim.
thank you.
Say hi to Patty
I
for
will.
me.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. I have three cyclists here with me. Don't want to confuse them with the term biker. So I have to change my mind, Zed. I'm so glad you guys are here today. I would like you to introduce yourselves, starting with Eric.
I'm Eric Hamilton. I'm with the Mohawk Towpath Scenic Byway, which is the historic route along the Erie Canal between Schenectady, Waterford, and Cohoes.
Great. And we'll come back to you in a minute, and I want Howard to say something.
I'm Howard Halstead, and I'm one of the founding members of Friends of the Mohawk Hudson Bike Hike Trail, and we're a group that is an advocate for the Mohawk Hudson Bike Hike Trail and works with other organizations to help improve the trail along the ride.
Great, thank you.
Martin Daly, I'm with Parks and Trails New York. We are a 25-year young advocacy organization, and we work with communities all across New York State to help preserve, protect, and promote a network of parks, trails, and greenways throughout the state for use and enjoyment by the residents of New York and also the people that come here to visit.
Wow, I didn't realize until I read this article in our Gazette, which is Schenectady's paper, goes out to surrounding communities as well, about what an importance that the cycling plays in our community with these organizations. I really had no idea. So I'm learning as well as our audience. So we'll start with you, Eric, because I know there's an important event coming up, and I think it's the 11th of
That's right,
August.
August 11th. The actual Mohawk Towpath Byway is the driving route along the historic Erie Canal. But one of our most important resources recreationally is the Mohawk Hudson Bikeway. And to celebrate both the byway and the bikeway, we do this 36-mile ride that begins in the town of Colony, goes west to the Rexford Bridge, east from Rexford into Clifton Park, Half Moon, I can't leave any of them out,
Yeah.
Waterford, down into the village of Waterford, comes back through Cohoes, and the one I left out was Niskayuna, of course.
Oh, well, that's where you live,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No,
Oh, no, one of you lives
just-
in Niskayuna.
Right.
I live near Niskayuna.
Near Niskayuna, okay.
Niskayuna is one of the 8 municipalities that participate in the Mohawk Towpath Scenic Byway, which is a national scenic byway. So this event on August 11th is to celebrate that. I think we're now 12 years into our national designation as a scenic byway.
Now, do people have to pay to participate in the byway?
No, it's all participate in the byway. Bike the Byway is a free event. We will be there will be T-shirts that are available for a donation of $20. These are Wicking T-shirt that are really a safety orange, a really
Bright,
thing.
like that orange? Is that
almost,
that, oh,
almost.
Okay, wow.
But anyway,
Nice.
that's the only cost. There will be refreshment stops There'll also be interpretation by a historian, John Shearer, which adds to the story of the Byway, as well as adds to the enjoyment of the day.
Yeah.
As far as the other recreational resources along the Byway, we do have a booklet available. Let me give you a copy of it.
Thank you so much. I'll get
These
more
are
educated.
free and are available from our website at www.mohawktowpath.org.
Oh, okay.
And it covers everything from golfing, biking, hiking, as well as some of the historic sites along the driving route.
Mm-hmm. Now, you'll of course be riding in it.
Oh, yes.
And what time does it start?
9 o'clock at from the Skirmahorn Road crossing of the Mohawk Hudson Bikeway. Skirmahorn Road in the town of Colony. And if you're trying to get there by GPS, you got to tell it that it's either in the town of Colony or in Cohoes, because it would be a Cohoes mailing address.
Oh.
But it's the town of right opposite the town of Colony town park.
Oh, okay. Now, are you still accepting applicants for the Byway for that event, or do they just show up that day?
They just show up.
They
and
just
join
show up.
us.
So
they can ride
wow.
for 6 miles, 12 miles out to Aqueduct to our first refreshment stop,
Yeah.
or they can do a 26-mile loop, cut it a little bit short, or do the whole 36-mile
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah. Now, can they call you if they want more information? Because you're a
Certainly.
nonprofit, so if you would please give your phone number.
Okay, it's 518-371-7548.
Okay, one more time.
371-7548.
Great. Wow, that's interesting. One of you guys, you got to tell me about a bike. You know, if somebody needs to go out and buy a bike, where they should go or what they should look for. So I don't know if we want Howard just to talk about that or not.
Maybe we can all share ideas.
Yeah, share your ideas.
It's funny. Somebody just starting out biking. It's a shame that we don't have a place in the Capital District where you could rent a bike.
Yeah, we talked about that. It is.
And a lot of the other communities, the Capital District, have at least one bike rental shop. And I have to admit that my wife, when she bought her current bike, she bought it because she had rented a bike very similar to the one that she bought, and she's very comfortable with it. I think if you go into a reputable bike shop, and there are several in the Capital District area,
Right.
And asked to be fitted to a bike, if you ask to be fit to a bike, they'll have somebody there that'll fit you
Yeah.
to a bike that you can live with.
And you may not be able to rent the bike, but I do know at least a couple of the bike shops that I've dealt with will let you take it for a test ride in their neighborhood and even loan you a bike depending on what it is.
Yeah. Now, do you feel real knowledgeable in that area? And are you with a nonprofit too?
Yes.
So you can give the name of the group again that you're with and your phone number in case somebody has a specific question about bikes, because a lot of people would like to bike, but maybe they don't know a lot about how to get started. And I think that's what stops people just being able to get started.
I mean, certainly if they want to get a hold of me, it's much easier to just email me.
Okay, please give your email address.
And the best one for me is my last name, which is Halstead, Halstead, @IEEE.org. And so it's just
Why don't you say it one more time?
Halstead at IEEE.org.
Okay.
So it's, again, my last name. But
Right.
you can find that on the Friends of the Mohawk Hudson Bike Hike Trail. And we publish a newsletter that is distributed along the bike trail. And our website is www.mhbht.org. In other words, the first letter of Mohawk Hudson Bike Hike Trail.
Good.
So those newsletters are out and available along the trail,
Okay.
and you can pick them up free.
Okay. We've got a good bike trail, I guess, huh?
Well, it's
Pretty
part
good.
of the Canalway Trail,
Yeah.
and that Canalway Trail Association is a nonprofit that is partnered with Parks and Trails New York,
Uh-huh.
and along with that, it's the Canalway Trail is a trail that runs from Buffalo to Albany. So if you get carried away biking along the trail going west, you could end up in Buffalo.
Right, and you could also shuffle off to Buffalo, too, if you wanted to, right?
Hike, whatever means you wish via pedestrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that information, and if people may want to contact you guys.
Yeah.
Martin, important piece of our cycling segment here, so what would you like to talk about?
Well, I'm glad that Howard brought up the Erie Canalway Trail, because while the trail has a managing entity in the Canal Corporation and is about 75% complete, there are still sections that are on road. So while those are signed and marked, and it is very easy for one person to find their way from Albany to Buffalo or vice versa along the Canalway Trail, not all of it is on trail. And one of the I guess the major focuses of the Parks and Trails New York is a campaign to close the gaps in the trail, so to speak, to encourage the state of New York to purchase or negotiate easements with owners in sections that are not fully developed and work to complete the Canalway Trail, because we really feel, just like the Erie Canal is a world-class resource, that the Canalway Trail can be a world-class destination for folks who come from around the world to come see it in a different perspective.
Yeah.
We've done a bike tour across the state. This will be our 15th year coming up next summer. And we have people visiting New York from all over the world who come exclusively to cycle the Erie Canal.
Wow.
So we feel that completing that trail and really play a large role in helping upstate communities that have reinvented themselves to become centers for tourist economy and get folks to their doorstep where they might have relied on other means for their economic basis.
So it's getting friendlier and friendlier for the cyclist.
Right, and working with communities to help them, I guess, unravel the red carpet to welcome folks into their community.
Yeah.
One of the many publications we provide, and we give workshops across the state, is called Bicyclists Bring Business, and it's published in cooperation with the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor and the folks at the New York State Canal Corporation. And it's a program aimed at working with businesses like bike shops or ice cream parlors, restaurants, gift shops, and ways to promote themselves to cyclists. Many store owners think of people will drive in, park on the street, and go into their business, but oftentimes a whole segment of the population that may be coming to their store to buy something or to purchase their good or service may be coming on a bicycle. So it's little things like installing a bike rack or having a water fountain or things that cater to cyclists so that they can welcome them
Makes
in.
it user-friendly, doesn't
And
it?
it opens them up to a new segment who might otherwise pass them.
Now, are you an employee of the Parks and Trail?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so is that a nonprofit?
We are a nonprofit.
Okay, could you give a phone number so
Sure.
that if people want to call you for more information?
Sure, it's 518-434-1583.
Okay.
And our email address is ptny@ptny.org. So pretty easy.
Well, I think that's great, you guys. I thought you were going to dominate the conversation, but it worked out pretty good.
As I say, when you're biking along the trail, we have a group of trail ambassadors that will help people out when you're out
Perfect.
there. So if you're confused about where you are, lost somewhere along the way, by all means, if you see one of these vests, feel free to stop them. They might help you figure out where you are, hand you a newsletter, even hand you a map and let you figure out
It's
what's
all in
going
the
on.
marketing, isn't it? Definitely. Did any of you ride your bike here today?
I wish we could. I wish we could have. The weather's been unpredictable with the
Yeah, pretty
time
hot
here.
too.
And the bikeway comes right down to J Street.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's,
Easy to come down to
Yeah.
Schenectady and shop at the local businesses.
yeah.
Right. Well, I love promoting Schenectady, and thank you for being here today
Thank
to
you
add
for
to our
having us.
summer fun show. And please stay for ice cream and cake.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, you're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
Mhm. Hello, Becky.
Hi,
How are you?
good, how are you?
Thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we talked like a couple of days ago, I think, and I said, yeah, I think I could squeeze you in. It's been an assembly line today of guests for our summer fun show. This is the Janice Thompson Show, and it's a SAC production. SAC is the Schenectady Access Cable Council. So I know you are the program director for the downtown community, Schenectady
Downtown Schenectady Improvement Corporation, yep.
yeah.
We're the business improvement district for downtown Schenectady. So we work to promote downtown Schenectady and to enhance both things for business and visual appeal. So we do environmental enhancement and maintenance, business development, also promotions and marketing.
So this was the article that was in our Gazette recently, and that's how I happened to call the corporation, and I spoke to your
Jim Salengo, our executive director.
Your boss, right?
Yes.
Most likely Jim Salengo, and he said, well, I've got to find somebody to come on. And this lovely lady is here today to talk about the mashup, right?
Indeed. We have an event that we do called the Merchant Mashup. We actually created this event with downtown Schenectady businesses. For one evening, we have the downtown restaurants table inside of downtown shops and actually serve free samples inside of the retail location. So it's a really unique opportunity for anyone in the Schenectady community or outside the Schenectady community to try what downtown Schenectady has to offer. So for instance, we have a wide range of things that will be happening on Friday, August 17th from 5 to 8 p.m. We'll have yoga demonstrations with Orenda Yoga. We'll have food samples from a variety of restaurants, including Cornell's, Ambition, the Happy Cappuccino. There's a lot of participants we have this year. I think there's maybe 11 mashups.
And they're all downtown.
Yep.
You know, within a small radius, really.
Exactly.
Wow. How was the other one that you had? Was that the first one that
Really
you
great.
had?
This actually is our third mashup. We've
Okay.
done one last August was the first one we did, and the second one we did was in April. We had a few thousand people on the street just sort of milling around and enjoying themselves in downtown Schenectady. Probably about 20% came from the city of Schenectady. Another 20% came from Schenectady County. The rest came from around the region, so we really had a really interesting draw for that event.
Wow. Yeah, I went to the summer event last week. I was amazed at the people that were there.
Absolutely, yeah, the Schenectady County Summer Night.
Yeah, that was great. I know your organization does other things too. I know we want a good turnout for the mashup, August
Sure.
17th. But you do the restaurant week too.
Yeah, we do a number of promotions and events throughout the year. We do 2 different restaurant weeks in cooperation with the Chamber of Schenectady County. We do a number of publications, including the Schenectady Dining Guide, and we actually do a visitor guide and map for downtown Schenectady. We also do a number of things during the holidays with the merchants. We have a holiday open house, which is another showcase of what businesses do during the holiday season. And we actually did a holiday shopping pass with them last year too, where we had the customers go through and stamp where they had gone shopping in downtown Schenectady, and they were entered to win prizes. That was a pretty fun promotion too. So during the mashup on August 17th, we're actually going to have a voting contest for who people think is the best mashup. So
Oh, really?
people can really go around. We can try to encourage people to sample each location and then wait and vote for their favorite one, because they can be entered to win downtown prizes.
Oh, wow. That's really a novel idea. Whose thought was that?
It actually came from our executive director, Jim Slingo, went to an International Downtown Association conference. And the idea for the event was there, but we really, with the businesses and at the office, just kind of came up with the structure and the how to get to that point.
Yeah.
So we just had the idea, and I think we even came up with the name here because it was called a different name somewhere else. But it really seemed to start to catch on with sort of a more novel idea for an event, because it's a little bit different in that the focus is really on the business locations themselves. We try to encourage people to cross the threshold of each of these businesses, not just stay out in the street and look, but really to engage with the businesses and see what downtown Schenectady has to offer.
Wonderful. Now, when will be your next one after August?
We still have to set the date for the next one, but they've been kind of occurring in the spring and then late summer. We try to plug in activity where there's a sort of a natural lull of events. There's not a lot going on in late August, and there's not a lot going on in April.
Yeah.
More sometimes the events are May, October, and then certainly all throughout the summer. So we try to pick a time that's good for the businesses too.
And certainly not in the winter.
We had the idea for maybe a cabin fever mashup. That might be kind of fun. So we have to put some thought behind where the next one could go.
Yeah, there's so much going on, isn't there?
There is.
It's really hard to do everything, obviously, but there's so much to offer. I am never bored around here. And nobody should say they're bored, right?
No, yeah. We actually do a weekly email of events in downtown Schenectady. It's if you print it out, it'll probably be 3 pages long for every week. There's always something going on in downtown Schenectady. If people want to sign up for that, they would just visit our website at downtownschenectady.com. We actually also have a Facebook page and a Twitter page that we've launched also this year. So you could just search for Downtown Schenectady Improvement Corporation, find those.
Now people can also call it too, right?
They can also call the office for more information. It's 518-377-9430.
Well, I know you're going to stay for some ice cream
Sure.
after. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm really happy that you agreed to be on today and contribute to our show and what you're doing for Schenectady, because I didn't know a lot of the things that you're telling me about. So now I know more.
Awesome.
Yeah, so people can get a lot of information.
Absolutely.
Through public access. We're all about getting information out to the community, and I love to do that. So thank you.
Great.
I'll see you again.
Thanks
and
for having
I'll
us
see you in
again.
a few minutes.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, we're going to end our marathon here of summer fun guests with Carol Jordan, who is, well, how can you not help but smile when you look at Carol with that hat? And great way to end a show today. So let's talk about what you do, Carol.
Well, what I do is, I guess you'd call it sort of clowning around. I am not a professional clown, but I try to make people smile. I do caricatures, and I try to help to bring smiles to situations that might otherwise not be happy situations.
Like, and that's how we got to know you, because
right.
You helped us out with a Storm 8 event last month.
Right.
And you're helping us out at the Altamont Fair again the month of August.
Yeah, I will be there.
And then the Fonda Fair.
Oh, yes. I retired recently from my regular job where I worked with persons with disabilities, which was really enjoyable. And now I'm enjoying my new job as my clowning name is Doodles. I even have a license plate that says Doodles. I'm the only Doodles in New York State. I don't have a number. So what I do is I go to birthday parties, I go to senior facilities, and I also will be working for Storm Aid. I'm not for Storm Aid, but to promote Storm Aid. My husband is very involved in helping with the rebuilding of some of the buildings and some of the homes. He's right now working in Rotterdam Junction with a family who lost their homes, so it's very close to me. He's been doing this with another friend, several friends, for over a year now. Well, almost a year now.
August 28th.
Almost a year now. So he started working right away in Schenectady, and then he went to Middleburg or something like that. He was out there anyway.
Yeah.
And he's been working. So every morning he'll go to work and he'll do his work with that. So it's been very close to me. And I said, how can I help? So I do what I can to try to help out by doing my little thing of drawing caricatures or face painting, whatever I can do to earn money for Storm Aid.
Yes, and you've been really generous with that, and I commend you.
It's been a blessing.
If it weren't for the volunteers and including the churches, none of the communities would be where they are today.
Right. It's devastating.
And there's still a lot more to be done.
Yes.
A lot more. So that's wonderful. The fair, what is the date of the fair, so you can, the Fonda Fair?
Oh yes, the Fonda Fair is our local fair, and why it's so important to promote it is because last year Fonda Fair almost didn't happen. Fonda Fair has been going on for 171 years. And for last year was almost the first year they didn't have the fair.
Because of Irene and Lee.
Yep, it was totally flooded. But they cleaned it up and it went on. And it didn't go on for the whole fair. It was 3 days, I think, or 4 days instead of the whole 7, but it went on. So this year it's August 28th to Labor Day. And prayerfully there won't be any rain or a lot of rain or floods to put a damper on the situation.
Yeah, that's a good word to use. Yeah, and Storm is going to be there the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th.
Right, and I will be
and
there.
You'll be there at our table,
yep.
and you'll be
under the
volunteering
grandstand.
Under the grandstand.
Right.
Yeah, so there's tractor pull. What else is out there?
Oh, we have tractor pulls. We have baby contests where people can bring their babies and have them in a little beauty contest. There's bicycles given away every day for kids. There's Mr. Scribbles, there's Whodunits, there's toddler games. They even have little tractor pulls for kiddies. It's a very country fair. There's semi-truck pulls, there's fireworks, there's music in the entertainment building, and it's just a very fun fair. And if you've never been to it, it's just a great little fair. And like I said, it's been going on for 171 years this year.
Amazing. That's a long time.
It is. It's a long time. It's right on the river. So this is, you know, that's why we ask for it not to flood. But they do clean it up.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have a problem this year the way it's been going.
No.
Kind of in a drought, really.
That's right. We need rain, but not rain.
Yeah, not floods, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need a deluge.
No.
Well, thank you. You've really added to our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I hope I did okay. I didn't really know what to talk about.
Well, you did wonderful, and stay for our ice cream and cake, and we're going to end our show, and I want to thank all my guests for coming and contributing for today. This is Janice Thompson's show, and it is a SAC production. Thank you.